If you're someone looking to make an income with sports cards, or you already do it and you want to know, should you hold cards or should you not hold cards, I'm going to break that down in this video and use a Caitlin Clark card as an example. Let's do it. You got Eric, you're live?
My name is Tony.
Tony, nice
I
to meet
just,
you.
you too, buddy. I have a question. I recently acquired a pink Monopoly Caitlin Clark to 149
Okay,
PSA 10.
got it.
Uh, okay. I've just been getting back into it, and from
Yep.
what like some of my buddies and some of the people in the community are telling me is that the Pandora most likely won't hold. Not the Pandora, the pink Monopoly won't hold value over the long run. And do you believe in that? Is this a card I should be looking to get rid of quick
Okay.
or hold on to because it is Caitlin Clark?
So, well, number one, just to help you out, do you know what the card is worth right now, or do you need me to look it up and tell you?
There's only been one sale on it, and you know what's funny is it got sold on the day that I bought it. And as the guy and me were talking, he went to look to see if there was any sales on it, and he had it marked about $50, $60 less than what it was. So he had said, I'm marking this up the second you walk away. You don't take it now. I was taking it then anyway. I had some cards he wanted trade wise. So I got into it cheaper, needed to because I didn't pay that much on those other cards. I won one of them in a poker game. So I walked into a lot of value on the one card. So it sold for 5
Yep, I
two
see it.
weeks ago. But back then it was only a pop two. I think there's four now. Within 2 weeks, two more were graded tens. Uh, what would your advice be on doing with something like that
Yep, and then
with
also,
her as a player?
more importantly, you said you just got back in. Is your goal to just do this for fun? Is your goal to turn this into like a side income on top of your job?
No, definitely, definitely a side income.
Okay, so like your goal is to, like, it would be cool if you could make an extra few grand a month from flipping sports cards.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So, and have you watched my content before or not much?
yes. I have actually. Last summer, I talked to your team. I was close to joining. Me and my wife wound up being in the middle of moving,
Gotcha.
and just things got put by the side. We're finally comfortable. We're in the new place. It's very nice,
Cool.
and now I have time to kind of get back into it.
Okay, gotcha. So my sales guy couldn't get you over the edge.
It was close. It was
It was a
close,
close
man.
one.
But with
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
and everything, I just needed to give time to the wife and to getting everything done first. That's all.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I'll pretend you're a student in the program and I'll tell you what a coach would tell you. So
All right.
most young players don't perform up to expectation. Okay. Caitlin Clark's a little bit different because she's kind of like an icon, but
Yes.
your goal is to make a few $1,000s a month, right?
Yeah, I'm not attached to the card at all.
Yeah. So so that specific card, Monopoly Prizm, whoever told you that it probably won't sustain value is right. So Prizm, so right, there's a difference between Monopoly Prizm and regular Prizm,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. No, I'm way into the hobby.
Okay. So
I
Monopoly,
understand. I just don't understand the monopoly part of it.
yeah. So basically, what these sports card companies do is they just want to come up with excuses to print more cards because the more cards they print, more packs they can sell, more money they can make, and they have to keep up with the demand of the hobby. So it was just like a little unique idea. Panini's like, okay, people love Prism. Why don't we come up with something called Monopoly Prism? And it's not bad; it does decent. But yeah, those usually don't sustain value. So number one, any Monopoly Prism, I would tell you to sell because that card, even if Caitlin Clark plays well, will probably be worth less in the future. Number one. Number two, even if that card, if I told you, hey, that card is going to double in value in the next 9 months, if let's say you knew that for a fact, you should still sell it because money is worth, like, if you're buying cards and getting them graded, take that Caitlin Clark, for example. I don't know how you got it, but you could have bought that card for $200 and now it's worth 500. You can repeat that process 2, 3, 4 times over before that card ever doubles in 9 months. And odds are there's a 95% chance that card will not go up in value in the next year. It's just how sports cards works. Caitlin Clark could be a little bit different, but she's not going to like triple in value or anything crazy. Most young players don't perform up to expectations. Even me, I've been in sports cards for a long, long time, and it's impossible to predict who the next great player is. Just look at all the young guys that have failed. And I could share my screen and it'll be a little bit delayed for you, but I'll show you. Like just all like let's go back to last year, right? Like Bryce Young was a huge name. Everyone was like Bryce Young is, going to be great and blah 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 and you could see how much his card value is down and it's come back up a little bit. And then you have CJ Stroud as well. CJ Stroud last year in the offseason was like the Jaden Daniels of now, and you could see same thing.
Yeah.
This card is worth way less. And if you go to basketball, because you're using a basketball example, Wembenyama, if you look at his Prizm PSA 10, you could see this card is just worth just way, way down. So it's just how sports cards works, and just odds are holding it's just a terrible idea. Caitlin Clark, she probably won't go down in value because she's like an icon, but it's not going to double because people just don't care
No,
about the WNBA that much. So my advice to you is always sell right away and follow. Do you know how have you seen me talk about timing the market?
Yeah, I've seen every one of your videos.
Okay, cool.
I'm very versed in everything you usually preach on every one of these live streams, every wallers and everything.
Cool.
Do you think it is beneficial to maybe wait a couple more weeks, like 2 or 3 more weeks, being that we're getting closer to the start of WNBA season, or just get rid of it within a week?
If it was my card, I would sell it today because even if that card,
Okay.
let's say it's worth $500 right now, and let's say you wait like WNBA. So right, you have basketball, football, and baseball, like the men's sports, the regular ones. The reason I tell people and I myself buy in the offseason and sell leading up to the season is because there's so much hype and demand. So take the NFL, for example. There's just so much hype that people get so excited about these players, you could sell it into that hype and usually make a decent profit because there's so many fans. Are there a lot of fans of the WNBA? Not really. So even hockey, for example, the whole timing the market thing doesn't work as well because there's just not as many fans.
Yeah.
The reason these cards appreciate as you get closer to the season is because people are just getting excited for the start of the season. They're just bidding up these cards. There's more people bidding on these football cards, and it goes up and up. It's not the case for WNBA. It's not really the case for hockey. It doesn't work for UFC. Like people have asked me, "Hey, should I buy this UFC guy and sell it right before his fight in 2 months?" No, it just doesn't go up like it does for the three main sports because there's not as many fans, right? It's right. We're piggybacking off of like the hype and that's created by all the fans and how much they're willing to spend on these cards. But WNBA is not doesn't have fans. Besides, there's Caitlin Clark fans, but they're just Caitlin Clark fans. They're not like gonna get like super excited and hyped that her season's starting. People, I think the WNBA lost $40 million last year. So
Yeah.
yeah. So my advice to you, if it was my card, would be sell it.
You got it, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate everybody calling in. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys listening. I really do. See you guys in the next one.